Hi, I'm Mizan. Hope you are doing great. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can set any data to local storage, especially the user data, by using Google Tag Manager. In the previous video, I have showed actually how we can set up the data in local storage via console, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you through Google Tag Manager so that you can do it for your website. So without further ado, let's get started. So here you can see this is my website, and I have connected this Google Tag Manager with this website. So they are already connected, and now I have to first go to my checkout page. If I view a product, add to cart, view cart, checkout. Yes, from this page, we'll send the user data like their first name, last name, email, phone, everything what we basically want. We will send this data into the purchase page, because when someone purchases and if we don't have the data layer, then how we will basically collect this data. So if I go to the Google Tag Manager and preview, if I add to cart, again go to the checkout page, and in the tag assistant you can see there is no data layer. So for collecting the data, we need to go here, and this is the first name, this is the last name. Okay, so for this we need to select the first name first, then click the right button of the mouse, then inspect, and after that we need to select the right element from here and double click here and copy, then copy the path, then go to console, paste the code here and write here dot value. You can see here this is our first name, and for the last name same thing, copy this path, paste the code here and write here value. Perfect. This is the first name, this is the last name. And if you also want to collect the phone and email, then select the phone number from here, or in the top left corner you can see here this button, just click here and select here. You can see this is our phone. Again right click, then copy this path, come here, paste the code here and write here value. This is our phone, right? And for email it's same, copy this path and paste it here dot value. You can see this is the value, this is the code. Suppose I'm going to change the email like abc, and again if I copy this Gmail code and paste it here, you can see it's changed. That means it's dynamic. So to set up these data, first name, last name, email, phone, we have to first set this data into the local storage, and after that from local storage we'll get this data, right? For this we need to go to Google Tag Manager, then go to tags, click on new, then select the custom HTML tag and write here script slash script, right? This is the opening script and this is the closing. Fine. And now we need to write here like a var its name call. This is the first name, right? Is it here? The same code we will copy. Okay, Fine. Now we need to add this data in local storage. For this, we need to write here window dot local storage dot set item, then first bracket, then we can write here anything like first name, then comma, and we need to call this variable. Okay, so this one. Okay, so we can check this in our console. For this, we need to copy this on, and if I click here, this is the var, and again we need to copy this. Okay, fine. Select, press enter, and if I go to the application and local storage, you can see this is the first name. Okay, and for this there is no value because if name. Okay, on second, remove this. Fine, now we will able to see this is our first name. Okay, this is our first name. Perfect. So we need to remove this. Perfect. Now we can easily copy this and paste. So first name is done. Now last name, this is our last name, and change the name from here. This is our email. Fine, we are done. So we can copy this full code again and remove all of this from here, console, and paste the code here. Press enter. Go to application. You can see this is our email, this is our phone, first name, last name, everything is stored in the console. But we need to store these data in real time so that it works for every user, for every traffic, right? So for this, we need to go here and we need to select the trigger, because when we basically want to fire this tag, right? When someone click this button, like after sharing this billing address, then someone will click this place order, this button, right? So the trigger will be this one. So for this trigger, we can go to our website again, then view product again, add to cart, then proceed checkout. And now we are gonna set up the trigger through this button. Someone when someone click this button, then this data will be stored, right? So if I go here 38 and click here 39, where is the click data? This is the click ID. So copy this ID and go to the trigger section. It will be all element, then click ID. Okay, contains, and paste here ls trigger, then save. Write a name of the stack, save. So guys, if you are not a technical person and you need help with any kind of tracking, it can be Facebook pixel, conversion API, GA for server-side tracking, first-party tracking, or any kind of complex tracking, and you need help, then you can feel free to reach out me so that I can help you to fix your tracking issue and help you to collect the accurate data, right? So you can see here I have viewed a product. If I click on active card, proceed checkout, you can see our tag didn't fire because we didn't fire the trigger. So if I change the name like hello Mizan, the same, it can be hello. And we are gonna remove this phone to test the setup. So I click the first place order button, and if I go to tag assistant, you can see our trigger is fired, right? So now if we go to the inspect and application, you can see this is our email. We didn't provide the phone there, so it's empty. And this is the first name, this is the last name, and you can see we didn't check anything in console because this data is coming from our Google Tag Manager, because in the Google Tag Manager we set up this event, right? We set up this tab, and through this tag we are sending this data. Now we need to collect this data from this local storage. For this we need to go to our variable section, and before that we can also check it here. A window dot local storage dot get item. Now we need to write here the key name, copy, we can say this is our first name. And if I want to collect the email, then this is our email, right? So email, this is our email. Okay, so we need to go to the Google Tag Manager and new, then it will be custom JavaScript. Okay, and right here function, then return. And what was the code for our first name? This is for our first name, right? Test it here. Fine. Okay, this is not this one. And this will be our first name. Okay, sorry, for last name it's same, it will be custom JavaScript, then function, return, then the same code, just go to the local storage from application and copy this key name. Fine. And now we need to collect the email. So this is our email, custom JavaScript, function, return. We already write a code. This is our email, right? Yeah, paste it here. I'll save. And now we have to collect the phone number. For this, the same way, we need to create a variable, function, return, and copy and paste this code and change this value. So this value will be this key value. And what is the value? This is the value. Click on save. So we already created this variable, and with the help of this variable we will get the local storage data in our website, so that we can use this data for our any kind of events. It can be Google Ads, conversion tracking, or Facebook, or Google Analytics, everything. We already collected this data, and we can now send this data anywhere we want. So let's check. For checking, click on preview. I'm gonna remove all of these things. Like I'm going to remove the email, click on place order. If I go here, you can see our tag is fired. And if I go to the variable section, you can see this is our LA's first name. We have created this variable, right? This is our first name, this is our last name, this is our phone number. We have removed the email, that's why this is like empty. But if we share the email, then it will be like this. Okay, and now we will be able to access these data from any of the space. Like if we make a purchase with the change of this number, like the number, last number is 123, and the name can be Mizan Test, and the email can be, okay, 123 hello Mizan, then Mizan Test. Let's click on place order. Our tag is fired on this space, right? This space. But when we go to the parse space, this is our parse space, right? You can see there is our tag didn't fire on this page. But if we go to the variable section, you can see here, this is our email, hello Mizan, this is our first name, this is the last name, and this is the phone number, and the phone number was 123, the last phone number. So in this way we can basically access this data from anywhere of this page. So I hope you could understand all of this process. If you have any question or confusion, feel free to ask in the comment section. And if you're not a technical guy and you need help with any kind of conversion tracking, then feel free to contact me anytime. So that's all for today. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you again in the next video. Till then, goodbye.